Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something a lot of you have been asking about,
Yeah.
corporate social responsibility.
CSR.
Yeah, exactly, CSR. And we've gotten a ton of great examples from all of you.
It's a really hot topic.
Yeah, it really is. And, it seems like more and more companies are at least trying to, walk the walk.
Well, yeah, and it's more than just good PR now. I think there's this growing awareness that how a company operates, it really does impact,
The world.
yeah, the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's not just about the bottom line anymore.
Right, and the examples that we got really highlight that idea that businesses can actually benefit society. Not just follow the rules and chase profit.
It's about finding that sweet spot where business growth and doing good, you know, they actually work together.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that struck me when I was looking at all these different companies is, it goes beyond just like donating money.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
one of the sources you sent actually talked about employee well-being as a key part of CSR,
Mm.
like offering things like flexible work arrangements.
Or childcare support.
Yeah, exactly. Things like that.
It's about valuing your employees as people.
Right. Recognizing that they have lives outside of work.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's jump into some specific examples you sent in because I think that's really where it gets interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So the first one that really caught my eye was Pentacott Wilderness Journeys.
Ah, Pentacott. Yeah, they're doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, so for those who haven't heard of them, they're a family-run tourism business operating in Tasmania and Victoria.
Founded back in 1999 by Rob Pentacott.
Yep. And what's really cool is their whole mission is built around showcasing the beauty of those regions.
It's like they want to share their backyard with the world,
Yeah.
but in a way that's responsible.
And educational too, right?
Absolutely. They want visitors to really connect with the environment and understand its value.
And ultimately, they aim to reinvest in the local communities and the environment.
It's like a closed loop, right? They
Yeah.
benefit from the environment, so they want to give back and protect it.
And they've won a ton of awards, right?
Oh, yeah, a whole bunch. 29 Tasmanian Tourism Awards, 14 Australian Tourism Awards.
Wow. And even a Victorian Tourism Award.
Yeah, and they were even named the best new tourist business for their Wilson's Promontory cruises in 2021.
So clearly they're doing something right.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it's not just about, winning awards. It's about what they're actually doing on the ground.
Right, and one of the key things is their commitment to the environment.
They're a 100% carbon offset business.
Exactly, which means for all the carbon emissions they produce through their operations, they invest in projects that remove an equivalent amount of carbon from the atmosphere.
So it's kind of like a balancing act.
Yeah, like planting trees or investing in renewable energy.
And they also use something called Earth Check.
Yeah, to benchmark systems specifically for the travel and tourism industry. And they consistently exceed best practice levels.
Which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it really shows that sustainability can be a core part of a successful tourism business.
But it's not just about minimizing their environmental impact.
Right. It's also about supporting the local communities.
They really emphasize local sourcing, right?
Yeah, around 80% of their goods and services come from Tasmanian and Victorian suppliers.
Wow, that's huge.
And that translates to about $3.2 million directly injected into the regional economy each year.
That's amazing. And they also promote other local businesses as part of their tours.
So it's not just about their own success, but also helping the whole community thrive.
So they're really walking the walk.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's switch gears now and look at a completely different example.
Okay.
This one focuses on a really specific problem:
Right?
single-use coffee cups.
Oh, yeah, a huge environmental issue.
Yeah, I mean, think about how many of those things end up in landfills every year.
It's mind-boggling.
And this is where a company called Good Edy comes in.
Good Edy.
Yeah, they actually make edible takeaway cups.
Wow, that's pretty innovative.
I know, right? Talk about thinking outside the box.
So you just eat your cup after you finish your coffee.
Pretty much.
That's amazing. And what are they made of?
Well, they use all natural ingredients like a bran blend with rye, wheat, and oats,
Oh, interesting.
and things like sugar, coconut oil, and salt.
Sounds kind of tasty, actually.
And they make a point of sourcing all their ingredients ethically from Australian suppliers.
So they're really committed to sustainability from start to finish.
Exactly.
And are they actually supplying these cups to businesses?
Yeah, they're working with various events and businesses.
But since it's a cool concept, it's actually a viable alternative to those disposable cups.
Right, and it shows that you can come up with creative solutions to environmental problems.
And that people are willing to embrace those solutions.
Exactly. So we've looked at Pentacott Wilderness Journeys, which is all about integrating environmental responsibility into a service-based business. business.
Yeah. And then we have Good Edy tackling a very specific waste problem through product innovation.
And I think the key takeaway here is that CSR, it's not just a buzzword.
Yeah, it's not just a marketing ploy.
It's about genuinely building a commitment to the greater good into how a business operates.
And that can manifest in so many different ways.
Like Pentacott, with their focus on environmental conservation and community investment.
And Good Edy taking on this massive waste issue with a really innovative and sustainable product.
And what's really interesting is that for both of these companies, their commitment to CSR, it's not just some side project.
Yeah, it seems to actually strengthen their core business.
Right. It sets them apart from competitors.
And it helps them build stronger relationships with their customers and their communities.
So it's a win-win.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up here, I want to leave you with a question to think about.
Right.
Considering these examples, what are some unexpected ways that businesses, large or small, can go above and beyond in their own operations?
To make a positive impact.
Yeah, to create a positive impact on society and the environment.
Without sacrificing their business goals, of course.
Exactly what overlooked areas might present opportunities for socially responsible innovation?
A great question.
Something to really ponder.
Definitely.
All right, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a good one.
Yeah, it has.
Really insightful.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everyone.
Catch you next time.